put this under advice, but it really ain't all like, it ain't really all like that. Just listening to Lupe. Crazy artist. Well, I really came on here to kind of just kind of talk a little bit about man, you know, I hadn't spoke to my little brother in a long time, but I actually got a connection going right now. It's kind of crazy because really, when I think about it, let me take these off on this. When I think about it, it's like, it makes me understand sometimes you gotta be patient with everybody, you know. We had a falling out based off of religious beliefs and shit like that. Now, funny thing about this is, wow, most of you motherfuckers is finally catching up to shit. I was telling people in 1999 about black Israelites and shit like that, and not the Hebrew Israelites, what you hear in the day using Deuteronomy and all that. I actually was using two churches in Revelation, Philadelphia and Smyrna, because it describes the people and how they treated in society, and it fit the description of black people. So that's where I went off that shit, and that's late 90s. But you know, as a man, everybody choose different things, and you'll have to respect his choice. But we actually, like I said, we back on the same page. Not on that, like, we don't really talk like that on that subject because, to be honest, it's his own decision. You know, you should never want to force people to believe what you believe. And you shouldn't just be believing anyway. You should know. Even if you don't know, and if you don't know, keep studying until you know it. Especially considering that's the age we're living in now. Alright? But it just feels good because, like I said, now we talk a lot of stuff. And we like I always like this first. But so consider it now that I'm dealing with him again. A lot of stuff finna change kind of rapidly, you know, because I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a little insight. Real shit. So, you know, we don't deal with this like internet shit like that. Most people are befriended on Facebook. Really only about maybe 30, 40 of the people I actually know. Other ones I really don't know. You know. And I kind of like opened myself up a little bit about a year or two ago. Was kind of really like, just was new, you know. So I just was trying to do that. But you gotta understand, like, you can never really gauge a person based on this internet shit. Why I say that? Because you can be whatever you want to be on the internet. For instance, you can be a tough guy. You know, over the past few years, I mean, we've all seen it, but you got a lot of people on the internet that just perpetuate nonsense, and they act tough when you know in real life that's not their characteristics. That's just really not them. So, and Ruve was just killing his verse, so that's why I can't keep coming off. But so then, like I said, I don't want to force people. But yeah, as far as opening up and just kind of conversating, like really conversating, really sharing stuff like online with people I don't know, developing online friendships, shit like that. It's very new to me about a year ago. Actually, about 2 years ago. Cause it's just something I just didn't do. You know, I tried this shit. And like I said, you can never really gauge a person's true personality, like, you know, based off like online shit. Kinda cold. But so, you know, pretty much what I did was just I was actually in a position where I kind of didn't I was kind of like in a tough situation where I couldn't really be who I am on that shit, so especially at that time, you know, you go through different things. So, but like I said, you try different things, you try to develop different stuff. But like I said, now I'm finally getting to talk back with my little brother, which is cool, because like I said, we hadn't, for real, we just really haven't got it. We split. We both kind of the same people. Sometimes you be stubborn. I'm less stubborn than him. But what I do is but I had to learn to practice patience. Like even dealing with motherfuckers on here, you know, you gotta practice patience. And really, I ain't got much patience. Like, for dumb shit, you know, like if I ask you a fucking question, answer the question. You know what I mean? That's kind of stupid, but that shit is whatever. So, one of the main, like I said, my main peeves about being in this area is, number one, is dehumanizing. You know, even people that I actually know and that are real friends and real family, it's really a dehumanizing experience because, you know, like I said, you start delegating yourself to being a post star, you know, a comment or a clip, and you realize that people start dehumanizing you like that. Like motherfuckers don't got a heart, like motherfuckers don't bleed and have feelings and emotions and all that shit, you know. So it's a very, 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 very dangerous vice. Now it kind of coincides with society a lot, because when you look at the lack of value for life, and trust me, we lived in eras that was tough. I mean, I did, and I know a lot of y'all did. But like right now, more than anything, you just feel like it's such a devalue for it. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people heard what happened in Vegas. You know, I wasn't in the area, you know, so I can't give y'all no insight or whatever. I could lie and make some shit up, but whatever. There's no point. At least for me, but I could get more views though. But fuck the views. So I'm not doing that. But what I told people, if you go back to my videos in November, when this Trump shit went off, I warned everybody about the exact shit that is going on right fucking now. You can go down my timeline, go right there. I warned, I said, Trump can't be playing games with these white malicious groups, because these are the groups in American history. Those are the only people who have really committed terrorist acts in America, mass killings and things of that nature. There's those white militant groups. That's their history. That's what they do. Now, they're not trying to give you a lot of information on this guy, and to be honest, it ain't. I just put it to you like this. You know, Henry Kissinger said, he had this quote, and I believe it was Henry Kissinger. He said, never miss an opportunity to take advantage of a good disaster. So, while this disaster, just like the Florida hurricanes just happened, and then the shit in Texas just happened, then the Colin Kaepernick shit, you know, started to become more publicized. Now this shit is started. Understand that. Keep that quote in your head, because Henry Kissinger is a vicious dude. Like, you want to talk about killing and mass destroying people, Henry Kissinger is a master at that. Okay? So you really have to pay close attention to that. Hold on, sorry about that. Let me say this too. So that's why a lot of times some stuff I share, I'll talk with people about it, because you know, sometimes people have questions on shit. But hold on. Hello? This is Keith speaking.
I'm calling from Comprehensive Cancer in regards to rescheduling an appointment.
Yeah. I had.
Next available we have right now is on Tuesday, October 31st. I have morning and afternoon that day.
That's the soonest one?
Yeah, that's the first available.
Is there any walk-ins at the center?
No, we do not do walk-ins.
Yeah, that would make sense. I just was kind of hoping for it. Or like a waiting list, because I kind of been waiting a long time. And the last week when I had my appointment to come to the comprehensive center, my vehicle wasn't in order.
Understood, yeah. That's just the first available we have. Like I said, I don't have a cancellation list. If you want to give us a call, we can check and see if there's a cancellation. If there is, even if we don't get a hold of you, we can always move the appointment to that cancellation and leave you a message with that info. But as of right now, that's the first available.
Okay, so what's the morning times you got?
This day I can do 9:15 arrival time in the morning.
Okay, that'll work. And what day is that, sir?
Tuesday, October 31st.
Tuesday. Okay, yeah, that'll work.
Okay, now you're all set.
And this is the Cancer Comprehensive Center off of Peak, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, this is my first time coming there, so I know where it's at, but I never really went inside that one. I seen the one on Flamingo before, so is it kind of pretty much the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right,
9:15 on Halloween.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
I just moved my center to one closer to my house, which is cool. So I can go there and get my therapy a lot faster, much closer. So I should take a lot out of you, but I ain't even trying to talk about all that. But what else was I saying? Yeah. So I don't like to What's up? Just people on YouNow. First time, welcome them. Yeah, so I really don't like to talk about certain current events because I understand like what they do. You know, a lot of those current events is there for distraction. You know, so like I said, I mean, we can keep going. You know, so the latest one is Vegas. But like I said, remember that quote by Henry Kissinger. And like you said, you gotta never miss an opportunity to take advantage of a good disaster. So I'm just letting everybody know. While that shit is on the surface, let's understand this shit is a sleight of hand. You know, like a street magician. So you have to understand it like that. So for instance, while these things are going on, look at the other news things. Check out C-SPAN. See certain policies that's getting, crept in and passed and shit like that. Because this is the stuff where they do that sleight of hand stuff. So just be careful on that note. You know, I don't live by it. I might maybe 20 minutes away from the strip. But which I'm glad. I don't want to live by the strip, period. But you know, I just want y'all to please understand that, use that, understand this is the logic of our government. Henry Kissinger was the head of a lot of different major offices, like especially during Nixon time, and I think during the first Bush, and he might have some advisory stuff during the second Bush. Okay, which is exactly why a lot of stuff happened in the first place. Because if you remember that 9/11 shit, think about the day before that. Think of the months before that. With the Bush and the election and all of that, you can kind of see real protests, real people assimilating and being active on some bullshit started actually coming together. Once that hit, it just completely took everything out. So it's the same thing going on. So I just, like I said, I just kind of just want to give you a heads up on that. I don't really like to talk about it because I understand that they're already pumping that shit on every station. If you look at TV or radio, whatever you do, you know, you hear it everywhere. Pray for Vegas and all that shit. You know, I don't know what the fuck that's gonna do. I mean, even if you a Christian, a motherfucking few words don't help. If you see a person hungry, give him bread. Don't pray for him to have some fucking bread. Like that's what your own Bible say. So you know what I mean. But you motherfuckers got everything all messed up. Like y'all just on some other bullshit. You know, you got niggas that see somebody broke, be like, "Yo, I'ma pray for you." Nigga, give him some money. That's what you supposed to do. It does no good to do that. And it's a scripture. I'm not finna put a scripture up, but it's in the New Testament. So most of you are New Testament people. If you actually read it, you'll see that shit. So understand that. Don't and like I said, let's look at what's going on behind the scenes. Let's look at, and I don't want to see, not even behind the scenes, but let's look at just the other stuff that's going on at this point right now. What political policies is being swept under the rug? What did they stop talking about that is really ultimately important? So do that, because when you don't do that, you miss the whole sleight of hand. You know, and if you know anything about magic and shit like that, you know it's just sleight of hand. That's all it is. You know, except for that other shit. You know, but that ain't fair, everybody. Alright, for shit. That shit I do. But yeah, so I want to touch that. I want to touch the fact that, you know, dealing with my little brother again, really cool. It's kind of funny how shit happens, you know. It's like I kind of jumped the gun and halfway cut a person loose, my eyes are starting to hurt, so I gotta put these on. I kind of half step because I say sometimes I have knee jerk reactions, and motherfuckers, people go through shit, you know. So, you know, I asked, and I nixed the situation that really didn't have to be nixed. It could have just been a matter of me being a little more patient. But the shit got more of a slant to it too. So, you know, that's why I can't just take it like just like that and say, okay, well, nah, just be patient. Some shit is actually personal. I don't know why it's personal, but because personally, if you got a personal problem with me, you can hit me, you can talk to me. You know what I'm saying? So, but other motherfuckers is different. Other people, they just front, man. They just, especially like, I have never once online, right? And like I said, it's just random shit. I've never once online, like, tried to talk to anyone, like, personal, you know, that type of shit. And I know that shit, really, that's what really most of y'all are doing. You know, I never looked at it like that. So, you know, it's just not what I would do. Number one, because I was already married. But other than that, it just really wasn't something that I do. But what I did, like I said, I was in a position, like I said, about 2 to 3 years ago, you know, where I tried developing that shit. And, you know, another thing, never ask anybody for shit. So don't offer shit. Like, if you're not, don't do that. Don't do that. You know, but people be on these internet shit, and they just be fronting, they just be flat out lying. Like, for instance, females blatantly lie. They'll blatantly be like, this is what they'll say, and I'm gonna quote this shit, you know. So you'll get it if you said it, you know what I'm talking about. And we conversate. They be like, oh, I'm a grown woman, nobody tell me who I can befriend and all that type of shit. But then it shit ain't really like that, you know. So then you find out that the broad is far from that. You know, dudes do the same thing, like, oh, I can say whatever I want, I can have friends on this shit. But it ain't really like that. Now, here's the main difference. The dudes, more than likely, they're actually trying to set something up. The female, I will give them kind of the benefit of the doubt. You know, like, maybe they just, because honestly, if I was a female, I would be scared of this shit. Like, seriously. Like, it would be kind of scary, you know, like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, but new age, so things change. But so, you know, you get in the benefit of the doubt, and that's cool, you know. But if you're a broad that's out there like that, like, don't say that, don't do that. That shit is childish. It's stupid, you know. And now we go through different cycles as people. I'm changing into a different cycle. Like, I don't have to tell you motherfuckers this. I'm just, like I said, I just gotta say it, get it out, put it out there in the ethers, and watch this shit manifest. You know. So now I'm talking with my brother again, and we really getting on the same page on a lot of different stuff, and it feel real good, you know. So the funny thing about it is, okay, I can take these off a little bit. The funny thing about it is, the way he came back is like, seriously, It's like right on time. You know what I mean? Like on some real shit. It's like him coming back is like at the perfect time. You know. And you know, I'm fairly a nice person. Mostly I'll say respectable and nice. But go ahead, bitch. And so because we working together, because we collaborating and talking and doing a lot of more stuff, we just been bonding. And you know, man, this shit is finna get, I'm finna have fun. Like, real shit. Like, real for real. I'ma just like, cause like, okay, I'm gonna start off with this right here. I had a whole video I was gonna do on my show about this Tupac shit. Nah, let me stop this real quick. You know, about this Tupac situation. Now you probably heard it was a documentary that Fox just did. They've been doing the same documentaries, same witnesses. Some people said slightly different shit, but it's basically the same. Now there's a few interviews out there that are live that happened that night. Like there's one of a white woman, and she clearly says that a helicopter lifts and takes Tupac to the hospital. And she's the only, but she says shit live on television. I might post it on my page. You know, she's the only one I heard say that. But every single report, if you go back, you're not gonna find one report that says he is going to die. Now, I've been in intensive care for weeks. You understand what I'm saying? I've been in that position. Like, if they think you're gonna go, for one, that's where you're gonna be first and foremost. But they're gonna give you and your family a very, very good indication of what's gonna happen next. Like they will try to prepare you as much as possible. So, but you've never seen, you know, none of those things have ever been said. Now, like instead of me doing this whole class, and I ain't gonna call it the class, but just this whole like lecture video, whatever I'm calling it, on it, because I just was gonna map down. I was gonna go from the Atlantic to the Pacific, and then follow his path and follow what's been going on down this path, right? But you know, I'll just say this theory isn't out yet. This idea isn't out yet, okay? So you gotta understand that you cannot go to YouTube and hear this idea. There's a reason why. I ain't going all into that part, but you can't do it. If you do, you might actually see this video. So pretty much what we have with Tupac is and I'm a fan of Tupac. Like, I'm a fan of his music. I like a lot of his music. I like pretty much all his music, except All Eyes on Me. That just wasn't mine. He was on some dumb shit, honestly. But had another fun Monday broadcast. Okay. But around '97, I had a lot of information around that time, and I wrote a lot of stuff about it. You guys, excuse me, because if I don't take my breathing treatment early, as you can see, my throat gets tight. My esophagus gets closed. It's hard to breathe, so we gotta keep it moving. So what happened? It's so conflicting, man. But What's out there, what's not out there yet is this. You have a Tupac Shakur. And Tupac and Mary Shakur. Then you have Lashane Crooks, or Crooks, whatever. Right? So you have his real name and you have his first name. Now, first and foremost, they flat out lied to you. They flat out lie and tell you she changed his name in prison. That's a lie. Because you got, he has an ID with his real name on it. First. So, understand that shit. Okay? Now, from early 90s, we're talking about an individual that has had all type of run-ins with the police. Now, this person has jaywalked, got beat up by the police, then wins a lawsuit against the city of Oakland. Have any of you people in reality has seen that happen or know somebody that has happened to, especially a black person? I ain't even got to really go too far because I know you haven't. Other than him. Then he shoots 2 white dudes. Now, I ain't even going to go to the fact that these are undercover cops. But when can you hear of a black man shooting 2 white dudes and not go to jail for that shit? Yeah, people talk about he was helping out this other person, but you better know how self-defense works. You can't use certain force against a person that's not being presented towards you. That's legal. So you gotta understand that. So that don't go nowhere. Then he does this shit in Chicago where the little boy gets killed when he gets into the fight. That shit goes nowhere. So what are we seeing here? What is a pattern that we are starting to see? We're seeing a pattern of a person that, number one, has a lot of run-ins with the police, but he doesn't face consequences. Now, I'm not saying Tupac was a snitch. The reason why I ain't saying he is a snitch, because you gotta define that. A snitch is something, if me, you, and you do something, and I get caught, then I rat out y'all. That's a snitch. Okay? But an undercover agent is a whole different thing. Alright? So, let that twirl around. I just gave y'all a roadmap. Go look at E-Moneyback's situation. Go look at where he was at before Pac and after Pac. Before Pac, they couldn't infiltrate him. After Pac, he got killed. Jimmy Henchman, you can go to YouTube. Jimmy Henchman got like a whole chronicle of shit he talks about. This dude had a long history of violence as an adolescent, but he pretty much has switched and rehabilitated himself and became a successful businessman. No run-ins with the cops, and he says, I had no problem with the police at all until I started dealing with Tupac. Now, I'm giving you guys a roadmap to this. A lot of this stuff you can YouTube and you know, kind of be able to you know, put it together a little bit. But you just need to know. So even if you listen to some of the lines that Suge said, you know, he says the same thing. He said, well, if he's murdered, how come nobody never been arrested? How come this? How come that? How come this? How come that? Let's go back in history. A lot of y'all don't understand the history because some of you guys are a lot younger. Okay. The police couldn't infiltrate Death Row. Why? Because Death Row had the Compton police in his pocket. You see what I'm saying? After Pac, the feds got in it, and now look at Death Row and look at shit. They like cease to exist. It's a pattern going on. Now, I don't understand how niggas can be so, you know, I literally can show you verses where devout Christians and I can show them where clearly, like Jesus said, I lied, that should never happen. That's in John 19 and 20 in your New Testament, if you want to read that for yourself. And people will believe that more than they will believe that the person you know as Tupac Shakur was really an undercover agent. So let's go to Haitian Jack. Alright. Haitian Jack was an informant. Do you know who ratted out Haitian Jack? Tupac ratted out Haitian Jack. Haitian Jack gets deported back to Haiti. No one ever sees him again. Now you tell me this. At the time where Tupac rants or talks about Haitian Jack, the only way he could have known that he was an agent would be one himself. Y'all gotta use y'all brains, man. So, like I said, I just want to put that out there so y'all know, you can take it however you want it. Really don't make me no difference because, like I said, motherfuckers will catch up 5-10 years from now, and they'll unleash shit. More information that comes seeping out, that will validate even more. But that map alone should pretty much help you out a whole lot. So, got that one out the way. And I'm at 35 minutes. And, we move on to flipping the script. A lot of times I let people off, right? Like I literally let people off. I don't feel the remorse. I don't feel the patience to not do that again. So I'm not going to do that again. Okay? I'm just not. So, even if we start talking about just anything really, but it's like LeBron when he talked about Kyrie. He said, "Man, I did everything I could. Did for the kid. I could do for the kid. I tried to get the kid the DNA. I tried to give him that. The shit I did give the kid, I wish I wouldn't have because now he can use that against us. You know what I'm saying? And I literally pretty much did the same exact shit with the same exact results. So you gotta live and learn. I know LeBron has, I know I have. So what I'm just letting y'all know that part. Other than that, man, that's pretty much it. On that part, back to dealing with my brother now, it's just like I just feel so vicious. I feel like, man, I haven't felt like this in a minute. It ain't really a good feeling for some people. It's not. For me, shit can happen either way. But, picture says 1,000 words a lot of times. So I throw that out there too. So you feel me? You gotta fuck it up. And you ain't living behind that shit. Get that shit off. I'm not real with that. But a lot of times when I do things, I would talk Cody, with some people because it's funner that way. But now it's like really don't mean nothing to me like that. It does out of respect, but when you get disrespected, it's like, let it begin. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it personally. You know, I personally look at it that way, where shit start to get personal, because it ain't gotta be personal. It should never be really personal like that, but it gets like that. See, my voice is tightening and my throat is getting tighter. So all I can say is, like, you know, a lot of times people like to use new words. They like to use words and shit like savage and all that shit. I don't use those words. That's like whatever. That's that slave. That's that lingo that people talk. I ain't gonna do that. That's not what I'm gonna do. Me, I'm more like a show and prove. You know what I mean? You know, I set up internet security and defense. She can go a lot of different ways for people. So, but I promise y'all, I was gonna get that Tupac shit out. I got that Tupac shit out. I didn't go more in depth, but I gave it to you. I gave you a roadmap. Look at the video. YouTube some shit. It ain't a YouTube conspiracy or nothing like that. Shit really ain't even got nothing to do with Tupac. It's actually dealing with these cartels and their cases. It's just this nigga is always involved in them now, and he didn't sell dope. So what's the point? You know, you gotta be able to, you know, spin them wheels. And if you're a motherfucker that for some reason you feel like you can't say Tupac was an agent, something's wrong with you. You know, he's a human being, man, and he's very fucking regular. You know what I'm saying? So, what you gotta do with that is you gotta kind of just, you gotta take it like how people give it to you, man, on a lot of things. So what I tell people is, just giving it to you straight, direct, and you can look it up, and you can check it out, and don't be afraid to find that truth. Like, never be afraid to uncover anything that's truthful. Don't be scared of it. You know, understand, be cautious on what you do. You know, don't speak on things if you can't speak on them. You know, if you can't speak on them, don't speak on them. It's really that simple. And there's a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people, they just speak, and then when shit go wrong, they get to searching and looking for a way out. And then when that way out ain't presented to them, it's a problem. You know, so that's what that's how that really happens, and it's kind of messed up, but it's just the reality of the situation for life in general, you know. So I got those 3 points out. Then on my brother, like I said, man, it's shit. I ain't dead yet, so it's like I started doing different things. Some people will be like, damn, that ain't really what he would do. That ain't really, you know, that's not him. It's been me. Just because I didn't do it to you don't mean it ain't me. You know, on certain things. You just never gave me a reason to. But you give me a reason to do something, I oblige you. It don't matter to me really like that. So, first thing, pay attention to what's going on, any disaster that's going on. Check and see what politics, what's changing before your very eyes. Then you can see why this event, you know, occurred that way. Number 2, stop being fake online, because this shit ain't gonna save you. I'm gonna give you an example. Like, they had this, you know how like you go to the gas station or a liquor store, whatever, and they have the you know, the little counter and shit, right? And this one story I had, and so I go to pump some gas, the fucking gas thing wasn't working, and I don't even like this song. So I go tell the person like, yo, the gas isn't working, you know, the pump isn't working, so like gas was like flying, you know, dripping from the pump, so I wasn't really getting my gas. This guy, like, if you know how gas, the shit's gonna evaporate on the ground, okay? So he tried to bring some, like, to try to measure the gas. I'm like, bro, are you retarded? That's stupid. So, you know, people would try to get behind that counter, you know, because that's they feel comfortable there. But you gotta get over the counter before them. So in that type of vein, you gotta understand that the internet is the same exact way. Yeah, you look safe, you and your surroundings right here, and you got your little screen or wherever, and you think that shit is good. You think like, yo, I'm good. I can try to do whatever I want to. Like, you can't be touched. That's stupid. Especially when you really don't know all the details of a person you're dealing with. You don't know their real resources. You don't know their real temperament. You don't know their real skill set. None of that shit. You know, so be careful when you're online, especially if you're doing that shit to get views, friendship, or whatever you're trying to do, internet fame, whatever because you can get made famous. Easy. You know, like Tombstone, you know. It's funny because my uncle, you know, he told me, he's like, man, you remind me of Doc on Tombstone. There's one line where, you know, Doc is sick, right? And he literally like coughing up blood. And Wyatt Earp, hey, he was finna go, you know, do a duo with, I think it was Ringo or one of them. But Wyatt Earp knew he wasn't fast as him. But Doc knew he was faster than everybody, even when he was sick. So, when they have a meeting place, right? And it's supposed to be, you know, Wyatt Earp and this other dude, but then it's Doc. So Doc said, be a Huckleberry, right? And dude is like he know what Doc is. He know. But he let his pride get into the way, and Doc dusted him off, and that's how it happens, you know. So you gotta understand that, and don't let your pride or your insecurity, that is a illusion of pride, put you in a position where you're not gonna be able to get out of certain situations. Don't do that. Because when you do that, I mean, you just continue to hurt yourself, and you put yourself in situations that you really can't get out of. You know what I'm saying? You can't. So, but that's pretty much it. The shit I do, I'ma still do videos like this. It's gonna be a little more structured, you know, and I'm not gonna rush it as much. But shit, I almost been an hour anyway, so I ain't really all that rush. But like I said, like my breath is going, so I know y'all can't really hear me too well right now. I also had a Get Out breakdown of what y'all, I know you ain't heard this breakdown before because I got a lot of research on it, and I know you can't find that shit on YouTube. That I actually will still do that one because I just want y'all to see what's going on with that. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm always open to questions. Anybody got a question for me, you know, you want to know something. I had no problem with helping you and, you know, kind of guided or whatever the case may be, whatever needed. I don't have no problem with that. That's all cool with me. And, you know, that's what we're supposed to do. You learn something, you know, you teach it, pass it on, you keep building, you know. And we in a cycle of build and destroy. You know, that's the cycle really that we in right now. So you better figure some shit out real quick. Especially like man, figure that shit out. Because when you go into a build and destroy mentality, and when society moves in that place also, you gotta understand, either you're gonna be a part of that destroy, or you're gonna be a part of that rebuild. You feel me? So look at your habits, look at the shit you're doing, look at if you lying, look at all that shit, and you will start to find out whether you finna be destroyed or you're gonna be a part of the build. And that's the best way to put it. And understand that, have principles, be truthful, man, be honest, be true to yourself. You know what I'm saying? If nobody else, be true to yourself. You know? Period. Do that. You have to. When you don't do that, you do yourself a disservice. So look behind the scenes, see what policy is being passed. I know they're trying to pass like this bullshit tax thing. Yo, look at it. Stop looking at this Vegas shit and doing, you know, your regular internet shit. Talking about pray for Vegas and all that dumb shit. Motherfucker, if you got a problem, if you want to help Vegas, bring your ass to Vegas and help people, actually help them there. Because the words you saying, that shit don't do nothing for them or you. Period. I'm just telling you the truth. So, you know, you got to deal with that shit. And like I said, your own Bible tell you that. I ain't got to tell you that. Your own Bible tell you that. So it's just the fact is y'all don't read it, but I mastered that shit, so it's like nothing. But that's pretty much it for that part, you know. And like LeBron said, I tried to get a kid everything. I did everything I could, you know. Try to get a kid the DNA to go to the next level, you know, teaching the lessons and all that shit. But then Kyrie shit on him like that and just bounce to the Celtics. That's stupid. You know, it's the same type of situation. So I get it, and I know what LeBron is talking about. I can look at him and tell I see it. You know, I'm in that type of zone right now. That's the problem. So you gotta understand that. Even on this moonlighting, that little Jay-Z shit, check that out too. That kind of got a little bit more insight to the Get Out Breakdown. I give y'all a chance to do that. And then we'll play around with the Mandela effect. If y'all don't know what that is, that's like dealing with parallel universe, stuff like that. So we'll play around with that. The elevator challenge, that shit came out a while back. I don't know if you ever did it. It's like to go to alternate places. It's like a 10th floor, and then there's a number sequence you can do. You can do that, have fun with that, whatever the case may be. Like I said, I got my magician book and all that, so, you know, sacred signs, and just real truth, man. Just real truth. And understand everything is written in blood, man. It may not be written in your blood, but when I write something that's written in blood, it gotta be like that. You know? That shit is concrete. It's gonna happen. Period. It's gonna happen. It's not a question of if. It is. It's a question of when. But don't be worried about none of it. All this Donald Trump shit and all these little things that you're seeing going on. Don't let none of that shit sweat you. You know, keep pushing whatever you're doing out there. You know what I mean? And stay true to yourself, man. That's pretty much it. That's about enough. My business I'm gonna say online. You know, so when it comes to that type of shit. And that's it, man. I love all y'all. I love all my family. I love the YouNow family, people that's coming in, you know. So that's it, y'all. Peace. And voila.